Alright guys, so one of the things that I'm struggling with recently with being a returnee is the constant reminders from Facebook about how dope my life used to be in Tokyo and how I'm not doing anything near as cool right now. I know it's temporary because I'm still in this weird period of trying to get TJG over here for a visa, but it sucks at the same time because I feel like I'm not entirely living my life. For example, just this morning I got a reminder, also a reminder from Facebook, hey, here's a memory from 3 years ago, do you want to share it? And I did. And at the same time, I was kind of depressed when I did it because that was almost like a normal night out. I think that wasn't even anything special. I think that was TJG and I getting dinner after work one night. It was so easy to do because it's Tokyo. I mean, it's hard to compare Tokyo to any other city in the world. Let's just face it. It's gonna make you unhappy when you start thinking of it that way. So I'm trying not to even start comparing things like that. Thank you, Facebook, for constantly shoving in my face the fact that I was doing a lot of cool stuff. That's one thing that's kind of tough is coping with adjusting to a new life and knowing that nothing is going to be the same. You kind of went into this prepared for that to happen, but when it's actually in front of you and it's real, it's pretty tough. And the other thing that makes it a lot tougher is the fact that the traffic out here in America, I'm sure most busy cities in America probably have terrible traffic. Traffic is a nightmare. Like, it's at least 2 to 3 times worse than what I remember when I left here. And that was already pretty bad and annoying. Now it's infuriating. It takes me literally an hour, sometimes more than an hour, to drive 15 miles. And then I gotta get on a train from there. So it's ridiculous. And I have to go to a train station further away from my closest one just because that one's already packed by the time I can get there and try to snag a spot. They're all full. You know, it turns what should be a 20-minute drive into an hour drive. Now I remember going back to a train station and like, oh, I need to go somewhere. Tokyo, Japan, get on a train, walk 10 minutes. And you're there, and it's awesome. And it's such a beautiful system that they have out there. Then you come back to America, and it just feels like you've entered a third world country. You know, the Bay Area's train system, which is called BART for people who don't know, Bay Area Rapid Transit, is a joke compared to any other train station or train system that I've used in Asia. Part of the problem with, I think, America generally and with the Bay Area specifically is you had all these different cities and municipalities that voted on doing different things way back in the day, so they couldn't agree on how they wanted a public transportation system to work and to grow. And so on kind of the San Francisco and eastern sides of the Bay Area, you have BART. On the peninsula to the South Bay side, you have, I think you have Caltrains, and like in San Jose, you have like the VTA. And then within San Francisco itself, you have Muni, and it's just a mess. None of them really connect very well with each other. Yeah, it makes me appreciate what Tokyo has and what other countries have with their train systems. And I hope that someday in the future, America gets its shit together and does a better job. I knew that I would have to get a car, and I knew that I would have to do things like drive every day. And I thought I'd be fine with it, but I'm really finding it to be a pain in the ass, and it sucks. But it's also the reality that I have to accept. Hopefully it gets easier over time, and once TJG is in the country and we're actually driving around together, I'm sure it'll feel a lot better. For now, driving myself somewhere, it just seems like a bother. Like, I just can't be bothered to do it. I really can't. All right, that's it. Peace.